to resonate with those who are going through some things. And yeah, that's how I plan on reading. Now, the reason why I entitled this reading the way that I did is because you had two cards that came out. One of the cards that came out was the Five of Cups. And then I grabbed another deck, and I grabbed any deck and it had exhausted here. So I'm looking at both of these cards and trying to figure out why would these two cards come out. And it's based off of what I'm seeing, and it's making me feel that for some of you, you are almost in the expectation of things not going your way. And I say expectation because of the work, the way the man is actually sitting, waiting, staring off into the distance here. I feel like you guys have had a lot of negative experiences that are still sitting within you, a lot of things that have not worked out in your favor. And so I feel that this exhausted card is saying that you are tired, you are exhausted of the drama, of the pain that you have been experiencing. Some of you guys have experienced some of the worst situations, very gut wrenching situations that you've experienced, and it may be hard for you to get over it. I also feel like there could be a threatening energy here. I don't know why, because I feel like someone is looking outside the window, watching for someone. I don't know if this is waiting for someone to approach you, waiting for someone to come to your house. I am seeing that. So your emotional energy and your mental capacity to me feels like you're in this state of exhaustion, whether someone is really trying to harm you or if this is just in general things that you've actually been through. This is what I'm saying. So these were the cards that came out. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull some more cards for you and see what else is going to come out for you, Sagittarius. This is for Sagittarius. Thank you. The card that is coming out is the Nine of Cups. I am getting some kind of, and this is not for everybody, I am getting a lot of confusion, okay, that's happening. I don't know. It almost feels like for some of you, you're confused about why things are not going your way, or confused about in a situation between you and someone here with the Nine of Cups. Now, usually the Seven of Cups talks about confusion, but I'm saying with the Nine of Cups, this feels like there's a lot on your plate. You feel very overwhelmed here. Some of you guys are having very vivid dreams. You're getting messages in your dreams here, okay? And this is the Nine of Cups, which is letting me know that there are going to be some really good things that are going to happen for you, a lot of good things that are going to occur. Someone is, I don't know why I feel like someone is, this could happen where I'm seeing where someone could be either sending nasty messages to you, or I don't know why I see it back and forth where someone could be sending nasty messages, or there could be some type of argument. And because we're coming across Thanksgiving with family, I want you guys to just be aware, just keep this in mind, to be as diplomatic as you can, because I do feel a stressful energy, and this could be coming across someone who's in your immediate energy, meaning that it could be a family, it could be person that is somewhere where you guys live, it could be at your job, okay? Because again, like I said before, it's this energy of feeling very exhausted, and some of you guys are not even able to focus on the positive because you're surrounded by something that's negative. And again, I'm not saying that it's paranoia, but for a lot of you, I do feel like you're feeling under attack for some odd reason. This is for Sagittarius. And you guys know I don't make my readings that way. I don't dramatize my readings in order for you guys to come to this channel. So I'm just, this doesn't have to be an actual person, but I do feel like this is how you're feeling. Let me see. This is for Sagittarius. This is for Sagittarius. Some of you are dealing with a water sign. Okay. This could be a Scorpio. I don't know why I think it's a Scorpio. Scorpio is a very transformational energy, but I do feel like whoever you've been dealing with has been mistreating you in some kind of way. They have changed your life in some degree. Okay. Now I like this card because this is also making me feel like there is going to be a friend or someone that's in your energy that's going to help you make a change. So if you've been in this energy of stagnation where things have not been going your way, if you've been wanting things to actually change, and again, this exhausted energy, just feeling overwhelmed or feeling like things are not going your way, I do feel like there's going to be positive people that's going to come into your life. I don't see all negative. I see where you've been here with the Five of Cups and that exhausted card. But there is going to be something good that's going to happen here for you with that King of Cups. That is something that I'm seeing here. I definitely feel someone that's going to be trustworthy. Now, why is that important? Because for some of you, there's been many people with the Nine of Cups that you have not been able to trust. Okay. And it's a scorpionic energy. Okay. I don't know why I'm saying scorpion energy with the King of Cups. It could be anybody. It could be a Scorpio, it could be a Pisces, it could be a Cancer, it could be any kind of water sign, it could be anybody. But the reason why I feel like it's a Scorpio energy, because what happens in Scorpio, okay, it's a lot of lust, it's a lot of, it could be trauma, okay? So I feel like this person is going to help you love again. This person is going to help you trust again. So that is a part of the transformational energy that I am seeing with this person who's going to come into your life, someone who's very trustworthy. And I feel like that is something that you guys may have had a hard time with doing, trusting people. Let me see. That is definitely a part of your desire, part of your wish, which we will be getting into. Your last card, look at that. Oh my God, the Queen and the King are facing each other, y'all. Can you guys see that? This is crazy. So even with the position of the cards, there's going to be a very intense connection, someone who's very caring and very loving. These are both are emotional, mature individuals. You have grown emotionally. And again, like I said before, I feel like for a lot of you, you've been through a lot of lessons, you've been through some things. There's a transformational energy. So now you're going to be matching someone who's going to love you the way you deserve to be loved. And for a lot of you, you may not have been able to see people who actually loved you, right? So maybe before you weren't able to actually see the people who were in love with you, but now there's going to be someone here who's going to be, both of your energies are going to be on par with one another. It says this person is very loving, very compassionate. And I'm not going to say self-sacrificing, because we got to be careful about that energy with saying self-sacrificing, because you can give too much. But this person that I see that's going to come in here is going to care for you in ways that you have not experienced in a very long time. And this is a part of the wish, the things that you guys have been dreaming of. You guys may have dreamed of this person. Maybe you've seen this person in your dream. Maybe, I don't know if you've seen it in this person in your vision, but whatever it is, I do see that it's almost like you met this person before you met them. Okay. Because it feels very spiritually. Both of these cards are very psychic. So I feel like I don't know. I feel like you met this person in your dreams and you're going to meet this person in real life. That's what this looks like to me. Let's go ahead. Let's get that Nine of Cups here for Sagittarius. I get a lot of water. A lot of water. Let's get this Nine of Cups here for Sagittarius. I love the fact that the Nine of Cups talks about a wish coming true. Here with the Three of Cups, there's going to be something that's going to be celebratory about your energy. Yes, the Five of Cups talks about this energy of just feeling despair, feeling exhausted overall, just because you've been at a breaking point where things have not been happening for you or working out for you. And, it's almost like the universe push you. And I don't want to say this, but it happens all the time when the universe seems like they push you at the brink right before the relief comes. And I do feel like for a lot of you, you've been at that place where you're kind of like, I mean, why do I have to keep accepting this? Why is this constantly happening to me? And then it's like, then the floodgates open with blessings, right? It's like, why does it have to happen that way? But that's what I'm saying. Okay. That's going to occur. So you are going to experience here with the Knight of Swords many opportunities, many dreams that you've been wanting, that's going to happen for you that you've been really wanting to happen. When we say wish come true, it's going to happen for you in more than one way. Okay. So, and I feel like something is going to happen before the end of the year. That's just what it looks like to me. It's not just about love. Yes, I see love, but I also feel like it's going to be in different areas of your life, to be completely honest with you. You are reaping what you sow. When you look at the seven of Pentacles, again, like I said, I'm not saying that all Sagittariuses are deserving of this energy. I'm pretty sure the cross watchers who are watching this is like, oh my God, like they tormented me, right? We're not talking about those particular Sagittariuses, right? Like, everyone gets their karma when they're supposed to get it, right? But with you guys, I'm looking at here with the Seven of Pentacles, this is a reaping what you sow energy, right? So because you have been very, and I hate to say this, I don't want to say tough skin because it makes it seem like you were born for abuse. I don't like to say tough skin. I feel like you do need to be strong, but I also feel like when you say strong and tough, it's like, it makes the person that I talk to on the other line, it takes away their dignity as a person in a way, their fragility. But I'm looking at this card with the Seven of Pentacles, and this really is reaping what you sow. The universe is basically saying, I see you with the Seven of Pentacles, period. Okay. And you also have the Seven of Wands. Now, Seven of Wands is not allowing certain people in your area, once you get your wish, your desire, whatever it is that you guys are asking for, not to allow certain people in your sphere. Okay, with the Seven of Wands. A lot of sevens here. This is definitely relationship. It's coming out here, and then here you literally have the King and the Queen when it comes down to your person of interest. I love this so much. I actually see that there's going to be conversation about marriage that's going to be a part of the wish. Okay. So some of you right now may have met this person. You're going to be meeting them very soon. I'm telling you, I see it very soon where you're going to be meeting this person. And around like springtime of next year, you guys are going to be talking about moving in together, or you could be talking about marriage or making plans for marriage. That is a part of that Nine of Cups energy, especially with that Seven of Pentacles. Someone willing to invest in you as well, whether financially or in some type of emotional relationship. Okay, so you get out, whatever you put out is what you're going to get back. So this is not you doing it for nothing. So this is a part of the Three of Cups, meaning that celebratory energy. Let's go ahead. Let's get the King of Cups here for Sagittarius. And it's interesting that some of you guys have said that you're depressed, right? And look at how this started off with the Five of Cups. This is the reason why I want you guys to kind of, I love what I do because I am very real. I don't want to come on here and say everything that's bad in order. It seems like a soap opera. And we already know how that goes, right? People just constantly talk about, what someone is doing. And mostly they're talking about their life. Okay. I have no connection to this reading, none whatsoever. I don't know a Sagittarius. My sister's a Sagittarius, but I have no connection to this reading. So everything that I read is all for you. Okay? It has nothing to do with me. All right? And the first card that came out with the reason why I even titled the video was the Five of Cups. And so someone's saying in the comment section, I've been depressed. I've been sad. Well, Five of Cups is the depression card. It is a sense of despair, sadness, right? Things not turning out the way that you want them to be or the way that you've anticipated life to be. And this is what? Exhausting for you. I am a solution-based reader. So because we look at this, then we're going to see what the universe is going to actually bring in here for you. With that being said, the Nine of Cups came out talking about what? A wish fulfillment. Well, tell me what my wish fulfillment is. Individually, what I feel collectively most Sagittarius are actually feeling is the desire to be loved. It's not just about your money, because I really do feel like your money is going to improve too. We talk about that all the time. We've been talking about your money. Okay. It's not like we haven't talked about it. We already know, as far as financially, even here with the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, that there's going to be, new opportunities that's going to come about when it comes down to your money. But we're talking about emotion, emotionally feeling fulfilled. Okay. Now I'm clarifying the King of Cups. Look at what comes out. You guys have the Emperor and the Six of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. There's nothing for you to puff up about this reading. You have a loving, compassionate person with the King of Cups. That is the person's emotional state, what they're able to do, how they're able to make you feel. The Emperor is their status. The Emperor is who they are outside of their emotions, which sometimes talks about them being stable, maybe being a father, maybe having their own business. It doesn't matter. Even with the Emperor, financially, the person is stable. I've never known an emperor who wasn't, with the way I read. We're not talking about daddy stuff. We're not talking about daddy. We're not talking about the person has a child. We're saying the type of person this person is and what they're able to achieve. Who is very successful with the Six of Wands hitting the Emperor. They came out together. So you're not getting a scrub, right? That's what TLC talked about, right? You're not getting a scrub. This has long-term potential with the Ace of Pentacles. Someone who is emotionally mature, someone who actually really wants to get your attention, who's more catering to you the way you've been towards other people. Okay? And this is coming after the Nine of Cups. So we have to see, well, what's making, again, like I said before, Sagittarius, what's making you excited? What's turning this around? What is the solution? The solution is financially stable and also someone who's going to come in here who's going to love you the way you've always wanted them to. Okay? I want to get more for this king. I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of curious to find out who this person is. Okay? I want to know who this king is. Okay. All right. I didn't want to, but look at this. Nine of Cups and Queen of Cups. It wasn't enough that the Queen of Cups came after the king. We had to actually sit it on top of the king. You had the Nine of Cups come out twice. Just think about it from my standpoint. You had the Nine of Cups on this side of the king, and you had the Queen of Cups on this side of the king, and both of them are hitting the king. We all know what the Nine of Cups mean. It talks about just I want to put more to this than just a wish. And I want to use my own words, right? Because that's what I do. It is a life of abundance. It is feeling joy. It is finally feeling emotionally equipped to love, and someone that also will be just as reciprocal of that. It is someone who has empathy for you when you are down. It is someone who actually cares when you need them to care. It's like someone who will go with the flow, not necessarily forcing you to do anything that you do not want to do. It is this energy of warmth, feeling, embracing energy. That is what the Queen is, by the way. You had two of them. So I'm not just talking about this Nine of Cups. I'm incorporating both of these cards as I'm talking, okay? It's the epitome of what you guys have really been wanting, okay? This person is giving you a new outlook in life. This person loves to travel, by the way. So it's like they're very romantic. This will be the type of person that would just come out of the blue and just kind of say, you know, do you want to, you know, do you want to go on a trip? And I like the fact that I heard them ask. Like once they get to know you, they'll know that you like spontaneity. But in the beginning of the connection, they'll ask you. That is a part of their compassion. They're going to snap you out of whatever energy you've been in, which is what? This depression and this sadness. You're already overwhelmed and exhausted. That is the solution. So when you say a wish fulfillment, this is why I have to tap in. The reason why I said it was going to be channeled, because now I have to channel the type of person they are. Okay? I am hoping that for majority of you, you're going to come across this type of person. I'm not saying that you're going to come across this person tomorrow. That is not realistic. Do I feel that you will come across this person pretty soon? Yes. For most of you, yes. Why? Because you also had the Knight, which means there are going to be many things that you're wanting that's going to happen sooner than later. Sooner than later. I love the fact that this person is very accepting of you when you didn't accept yourself. Am I preaching? Do you guys want me to tell you more about your person? See, this is what I do when I do one-on-ones, okay? Now, I can't go on about them because, again, some people are going to be different. And I actually see the difference in some of them. I just don't want to be going on and on and on about their good traits, because I could also go on about some things that you may not like about them, right? But it will never be enough for you to walk away. Never. This person is very aware of what you've experienced. You know how sometimes you'll be that type of person where you feel like you're quiet and you don't say anything and you're hoping that the person don't pick up on your pain. Baby, they picked up on it. And this is the reason why they treat you the way that they're treating you. This is why they're very caring. But a part of this is your own energy. You are the one that manifested this person in. You did. Because you're tired of what you've been dealing with. And again, I say this for the divine masculine as well, because for a lot of you, you've been in pain and been using bodies and drinking. Some of you divine feminists have been doing the same thing, been using the bodies and drinking and smoking and all of that other stuff in order for you not to feel this despair. It's been hard for you to forgive yourself for allowing what other people have actually done to you and what you've done for the sake of being in a relationship. You're tired of that life. This is what a double life means. You're one way, you were born one way, but then you're acting out of accordance with that. This person is very aware of who you are and you do not have to front. That's the difference. But remember, in the beginning of this reading, you both were facing each other. This person is not ignoring you. This is going to be a revelation for most of you. And I do feel, like I said before, this person is going to change your life. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Let's see what's coming out. Now, this could be them or you. To be honest. This could be them or you. Oh, this was in reverse. Oh, my God. Okay. It didn't matter. This still would have been healing because it's hitting the Queen. Oh my goodness. What's so amazing about this read? I love this. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love this so much. I love this so much. I can always tell when someone is going to get married. Always. I love it because people be asking, and I don't like to spoil it. Like, some people specifically ask, "Hey, do you see me ever getting married?" And I have a way of not telling you. So I kind of be like, "Well, I see you." I don't want to, I'm not going to spoil it for the person who's going to give you a ring. I'm not going to spoil it, but I always can see it. Always. In this particular reading, it is amazing. Okay, it is really, really good. First of all, you had the Three of Swords in reverse. I would have already known it was in reverse. You also had the Two of Swords. This is actually in reverse. This is what the reversal will mean in the Two of Swords energy, because love is not blind here. Love isn't blind. So you're not blindly going into a connection with anyone just because you're being emotional and because you just need to be loved and nourished. That is not what this is about. Okay? Can you believe that you had the eight? I just now saw this. I didn't even notice that at the bottom of the deck you had the Eight of Wands. Some of you guys, I'm telling you right now, some of y'all may have already met this person or will be meeting them very soon. This person lives in your neighborhood or around the corner somewhere. This particular person I'm reading for today does not live out of town. Because I know some of you guys are dealing with people who live in different states. I'm not seeing that. And if that's the case, this person will be moving. Because remember, the Eight of Wands is a movement energy. So that means that maybe this is like, maybe you guys are just moved, okay? Or you will be moving. And this is where you're going to meet your person. So let's just say you guys live in Nevada. And you're like, oh, there's nobody. What is Yas talking about? There ain't nobody that live in my city. But you're moving. So I feel like once you move, either they're going to move towards you or you're going to be moving towards them. It is someone definitely in your city. But because of this Eight of Wands, it's making me believe that this person is approaching in some kind of way, of some type of like, you're either moving or they're moving towards you. Why? Because you also had Lovers at the bottom of the deck. You cannot make it up. I'm telling you. And then look at this. Then you had the Ten of Cups. This is what you're moving towards. This is part of your progression here. This is what makes this so exciting. Yay. Okay. This is why I love. Now, you also have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles hitting this Queen. It is you. It is the person. It's talking about being available, someone who is available. Now, why is this important? Because the emotion card is coming out. Available for what? Emotionally available. A lot of you have been dealing with people who were not, even if they were single, they were not emotionally available. They were still emotionally tied to their baby mama or some jigger up the street somewhere. They were not emotionally available for you, baby. They pretend that they were, but they were not. But this is a part of your betterment here with the Eight of Pentacles. I love this. I really do. I love this for you. I also feel this this energy of like crying. You know how something could be so good? You're going to have this moment. I'm telling you. What's going to happen when this person comes in. Because first of all, the wish is actually happening. Some of you guys are like, I can't believe this is actually happening right now. There's going to be a moment where you're going to come home. Maybe you went shopping and the house is real quiet. It's real quiet. And life is starting to really smooth out for you. And then you're just going to cry. Now, it doesn't mean that this is happening just because of a love. It's because life is actually starting to feel better. But I feel like it's gonna be a second. Like it's gonna happen out of the blue. You're not gonna expect it's gonna hit you. You're just gonna hit you. It's gonna be just a random moment where you're just going to cry. Some of you guys have not released tears in a very long time, but I really do see a releasing of tears because here with the Three of Swords in reverse, this is a healing energy. You're not crying because of a sense of grief anymore. It's a happiness. Some people really don't shed tears. You know how, like, when I say that, I want to just not say this in a funny way, but some people really don't cry. It's healthy for you to, but saying that to one person, it looks weird to another one, because one person may be like, I ain't cried in forever. Okay, look at Queen talk about, no, I don't cry. Yeah, you do. You cry. Okay. And if you haven't cried, this is going to be that moment for you, of all people, Queen. This is going to be you crying because it's actually reality. See, there's sometimes a lot of you don't cry is because you don't believe in miracles, and the miracles haven't happened yet. Okay. When you actually see the hand of God, baby, you gonna shed some tears. Ain't nobody in here gangster enough that you ain't gonna shed no tears when you actually experience the hand of God. We're looking at why you are happy with the Nine of Cups. That was your lead card. Your lead card was the wish fulfillment. Who can reject that? Now, I'm going to go ahead and get your last card. This is going to be for Sagittarius. Well, I already know this is going to be smooth sailing for you. Look at this. Ten of Swords. The completion. It's like, I don't know why I heard Mission Impossible, because that's exactly what this feels like to me. It started off one way and it ended off another. How did it start off? What did we say? Somebody said in the comment section about depression, right? Five of Cups talks about what? Oh my God, I feel like my life is ruined. I feel ruined. Nothing that I wanted has happened. I anticipated me to be with you, and that didn't work out. Now I'm depressed about that. Where's the blessings that I'm supposed to have? Where is it at? And you know how people be like, everything happens for a reason. Baby, let them tell you that while you're crying, okay? You're going to kick them out your house, okay? That's the Five of Cups energy. Don't tell me everything happens for a reason when you ain't experienced what I've experienced. Don't tell me everything happens for a reason. I'm exhausted. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm tired. How can you tell me everything happens for a reason? Again, and I'm telling you guys this as a person who has absolutely no attachment, none whatsoever, necessarily to a Sagittarius. I don't even think I have that in my chart. I have never dealt with a Sagittarius. I'm saying this as a channeler. I know what you're thinking and I know what you're feeling. Okay? Ten of Swords is many pains, many troubles. My life has been filled with suffering. So don't ever come to me and tell me everything happens for a reason. Don't ever come to me and tell me that. This is the reason why, when you're looking at the Seven of Pentacles, when I said, what did I say? I literally said you will reap what you sow, because that's what you've been toiling. Why are you being given this? See, it's a difference between someone saying that you're going to be given that, but it's another thing to see why. Let's go ahead. What does it say? Might as well read it. It says the end. The end of a situation that brings what? Relief from what? Sadness and grief. It started off one way and it's going to end another way. It is a weight off your shoulders. It is the opportunity for you guys to actually experience happiness the way you're supposed to actually have it. It basically, the way your life is supposed to be without you feeling like someone has ripped something from you. Some of you guys really feel that someone has ripped something from you. You don't know where it started, but you know for a fact that it started somewhere. I don't care if it was a parent. I don't care if you got switched at birth. Some of y'all feel that way. Some of y'all like, okay, something had to happen. Like, this can't be my life. But this is what it's saying. That is what the end of it is. And this is the reason why you also have the Eight of Wands, which talks about what? It talks about moving on from that. No more delaying. The end of challenged times. Things are going to start looking up for you. Welcoming a new feeling. The universe says, I'm going to prepare a way. I don't know where that came from, but that's what I heard. Okay? I want to prepare a way. And I do feel like it's going to happen through someone who's going to motivate you. If you've been feeling unmotivated. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's just see what comes out here. I do see you guys moving, by the way. A lot of you. Not all, but a lot of you. A lot of you, I do see moving. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. You cannot make this up. I got to look at the cards. I know what I would say. You got the Ace of Pentacles here, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. We're saying the end. Now there's what? New beginnings. Okay, so we already know. Before I even read what's on here, because I feel like it's going to give me ideas. But here it talks about, here it is, golden ticket. A golden ticket. Which most of you don't believe is going to happen anyway. So this is the reason why it's going to be even more shocking for you. Okay. And then you also have the Wheel of Fortune. But let me just, and then even before I get to this, you guys do understand that the Wheel of Fortune hitting the 10 of Swords talks about what? Feeling cursed. You have felt like you have been unlucky your whole life. Tens talk about decades. So for a lot of you, you have felt like you've been unlucky for a very long time. Maybe you had like a little sliver, maybe a sliver of happiness, maybe a few months, right? But anytime I see that, it feels like bad luck energy. It feels like that energy of just feeling like unfortunate. All right. So, but we do know that there's about to be some good things. So let's see what this says. This says literally, destined. The universe is in control. Oh my God. I think we talked about that with the 9 of Cups, right? What does it say? It literally says the universe is in control. Unexpected events. But we know it's good, though. We already know that it's good. We saw the whole reading. Every card came out that was good, but it was accompanied by the Ace of Pentacles, which was never reversed or turned around, nothing. This was upright. I love this because the Ace of Pentacles hit both areas in your life. The Ace of Pentacles hit your romantic situations and your money. Like if you could not look at this card in any other way, it hits both areas because this is an opportunity for long term, especially in a relationship. It is not a page. It's not a little frivolous little pentacles. No, it's the big thing. That is the golden ticket. But then you also have it with money, which means that there's going to be something that's going to happen here. I don't know what that means for you. I feel like this could be something unexpected happening as far as money wise. So this could be going viral. This could be an opportunity of a lifetime. Here with the Ace of Pentacles, it's like someone calls you or someone sees you and they're like, hey, I always say this, like, I want you on my magazine. I don't know if you guys noticed that this was something that I said before. And then TikTok had this model. I think she was I don't know if she was from Sudan. No, she wasn't from Sudan because she wasn't dark, but I don't know where she was from. She was over there in Africa somewhere, right? And she's just walking down the street. She's like literally walking down the street and someone saw her and was like, hey, and now she's about to talk to the executives of these big magazines, right? And if you heard her story, she said, I'm a survivor. I'm an eight-time cancer survivor. Can you imagine? That literally touched my soul when I heard her say that. I was like, damn. 8 times, especially if you worked in the medical field, you understand the how strenuous that is for a person, for one person. And now here it is, her life has changed. That is the type of energy that I'm saying. Her whole life, all she knew was that energy of grief. And overnight, Wheel of Fortune, stuff starts to happen. Okay. And that is what you guys are going to experience. But the reason why, I'm hoping you guys continue to have the faith here, because part of your energy did come out with saying that there's this energy of negative thinking. Okay. And I know it is easier to think really bad when you're suffering so much. When you're going through so many trials, it's hard to actually see the sun. But you got to start investing in yourself too. You got astrologers here. You got real psychics. You have people who don't went to school to be counselors, who's on YouTube, who's doing this. Okay. You guys are going to have to start investing in you and stop allowing worry to grow out of proportion. Okay. This is what I have for you here, Sagittarius. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. Again, if you guys are new, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you are interested in a personal reading, all of that is below. I will see you guys back here again